Say it again.
Isn't satisfaction the
Perspectives that we choose based on past circumstances that create the resistance that get in our way.
Are coming into the
A
awareness
belief is just
that
a thought that you
good
continue
does
to
feel
think.
good. And so the answer is just think the new thought more. That's why so many aspects of Esther's life are wonderful,
So-
just not that one.
Murder began.
She has beautiful floors and lots
the
of
thing
different
that matters
places.
most.
Just
Okay.
not there.
Getting
Just not
in this
there,
hot
because
seat
they
for me
should
at
not
this
have done
event
that
is
like
easy.
that. And they really should be
It's
the ones to
expected.
replace it, but they
Do you
can't
hear what
afford
he's
to do
saying
it.
about expectation?
And so
There's
she's
no
got an
separation
active
between his
belief
desire
that
and his
keeps her
belief.
from, therefore it is. We're going to give you
So it's
another
almost a
example.
choice.
So
To me, it feels like
in the same
it's a
house,
choice.
Esther's
I'm
not there very
choosing
often, but she
time for me to be in the hot
came
seat.
and she's sitting at her
Everything's
desk
that
in her
way.
living room looking out over the deck
that's
and
what I wanted to
across,
talk
and
about
usually she
is
sees the ocean out there,
how
but
do
it
I
was
get to a
gone
place
because
where
her own trees had grown
all
over and
desires
obstructed her
simply
view.
just become a
So she
choice?
asked her gardener, since
Could
we're
you
trim
trim
these
these
trees back so that
This
I
is
can
the
see
way
the
we
ocean
like
again,
to
and he said,
say
yes,
this
we
to
will.
all of you.
Take them right back
We
to
know these
fence
things,
line, it'll be wonderful.
and
Then
we
he said,
see
but there
evidence of them
is a tree
everywhere.
down in the
Been around for a
ravine
long
that
time.
is partially
So
blocking your view.
we
And Esther said,
offer
well,
examples
I only
to
own
you
half the ravine, so it
that
has
are
to
in
be
complete
on my property
alignment.
if we're going to do
They're
anything to it.
completely
He said, we'll feather it out and we'll get
accurate
your view
with
back.
the laws of
And
the
Esther gave him a thumbs up, and
we know
off
for
she went
sure
to lunch. That when
So
you're
she was
in
off with a
sync
friend,
the
they
laws
had a
of
long
the
lunch,
universe.
then they went shopping,
It's sort of like
had a
being
lot
in
of
sync with the
fun,
laws
came
of
back,
gravity. Don't
Esther
try to
walked out
defy
on her
it.
deck,
And don't
view
jump
was
out of
back.
airplanes without parachutes. It's not
Oh,
going to
so
end the way you might like it.
She
to.
went in and sat at her desk.
Yes,
her
to say
view
to
was
yourself,
back,
this
and
will
then
be
she
over soon,
saw
and it will.
something
That really upset her. Off
the
there in
laws
the
of the
distance, up
universe
close to her
are
neighbor's property, were
consistent,
two
which
very
means
large
as
tree
you
stumps.
understand
them, then you are able to
Now,
apply them in ways that feel better to you. She thought, I'm going
you
to
think
jail.
about something that
She couldn't believe
you
it. How
desire
could I have
that you don't believe,
miscommunicated?
and it doesn't
Was my
feel
desire
good.
for my
Then the
view so
question is,
strong that
well, how
they
can I
couldn't
bring
hear
myself
anything
into
else? Vibrational accord.
So
with
then she
that.
thought, well,
and
so
this house over here,
we
where
say
these stumps are, is
the
being
way to
renovated.
come into
Maybe
vibrational
the new owners
accord
don't
with
know
100%
that there were
of what's
trees
in
there.
their vortex. Do you know what
and
we
maybe
mean by the
it'll be all
vortex?
right. We're just going to tell them
And
briefly,
then
just in case they don't
a day
know,
or two
because this
passed,
is an
and she
important
worried
piece.
about it here and there.
As
and
you
then
in your physical
she
body
looked
are
out one day,
sifting
and there
and
was a man in a
sorting,
suit
knowing what
standing
you
out
don't
on that
want and knowing what you do
patio,
want,
looking
even
at
at
those
unconscious
stumps.
levels, or
And
at
Esther said,
levels where
the
you're
jig
not
is up.
giving a whole
And
lot of attention to
then
it.
he took out
You're
his phone, was
launching
taking
these
pictures of
rockets
them.
of desires
So
or
Esther thought,
preferences.
I'd
When
better go
someone's rude,
confess.
you know you want them to
So
be nicer.
she'd never been
When
to the
you're
house,
rude, you know
there's
you want to be
ravines,
nicer.
on
If
the hillside,
hillside
money,
is
you
the
know
road
you want
down
more
and I
money.
drive up,
And so
or
is
is the
forth.
road up and I
So
drive
this
down.
vibrational
So it took her a while to
reality
figure out how
is
to get in there. And when she got there,
gathering,
sort of like the
met
fetus
many
in a
men
womb.
in the house doing plaster
And
and such, and she
law of
said there was a
attraction
man
is
on the
gathering the
patio
cooperative
in a suit
components,
just
so it's
now.
becoming more.
Is he still
and
here?
more
And they said,
and
no, he
more
left.
and more and
Well,
more.
on the way over, Esther had
Well,
practiced her
it
speech.
reaches a
I did
place
that,
of being
and I am
ready
so sorry,
to
and I
be
didn't
burst
mean to,
into
and I
your
will make it up to
experience.
you in whatever
But
way
if
you
you're not a
want.
vibrational
I'll replace
match
the
to what
trees, or I'll
it is,
plant your whole
in fact,
yard,
if
whatever
you're like so
makes
many
that
people
all
and you're a
right, I
vibrational
want to do it. I am
mismatch
so
to what it
sorry.
is,
But he
you
wasn't
want
there,
it,
so she
but
didn't deliver her speech.
There was, I want more money,
So
but
she
I don't
went
have enough.
home and practiced her
If you are
speech
not a
more and
vibrational match
watched
to
for the
it, then
opportunity
even
for
though
him, and then
it is
the next
offering
day she went off to lunch
revelations
with
with
same friend
impulses,
again.
your inner
And when they
being is
came back,
guiding you
she said,
continually on how to get
"Come
closer
see
to
what I
what you
did."
want. And so they
How to
went through
understand
the
that
lower
every
house
choice
and
that
out
you
onto
make
the
can be
patio, and Esther
manifested.
pointed at the trees.
If you're not
and
in the
she said,
vibrational
"And the
vicinity of
gardeners
that,
cut those
then
down."
you miss
And
it.
And
I don't know
so
what I'm going to do about
we
it.
teach that,
And her friend said,
through
you know,
meditation, there are other ways, but
Your
meditation
gardeners
is
didn't cut
the
those down when we
clearest,
were at lunch
easiest, surest
yesterday.
way.
Why isn't the
when
hill
you quiet
torn
your
up?
mind, sit
Where's
for
the
15 or
15 or
20
20
minutes.
trees?
And
They couldn't
usually
have
by
done
the
that
end of
in
that
that
20
short
minutes,
period
you
of
can,
time.
if you've found something to
And
focus
they walked
upon,
out to the edge of the
like
property,
the
and
flicker of a flame
up
or a
closer
dripping
to
of a
Esther's
faucet,
house is
or
a
even
very
the sound
small
of
little
an
tree
air
on her
conditioner in
property.
the room, or your
And
own
all the debris
breathing
from
just
it was
find
still
something to
lying
focus on
right there. They just
that
whacked
takes
it all
your
off, and it
attention
was
away
just
from
right
things
there.
that are
And all
bothering
that
you.
had happened is
Your
that they
vibration
had
will
cut down a
rise,
tree
and
that made it
usually you
possible
feel
for
a
her to
feeling
see
of
something she
detachment in your
didn't
physical
usually see.
apparatus. And what happens when you accomplish
just
that is
circumstantial
that
evidence.
since you have ceased
It shook Esther up.
all thought,
Because
then
she said,
you
I bet there's all
ceased
kinds of
all
other dumb
resistance
stuff that
thought,
I believe.
which means resistance isn't a factor in your vibration anymore,
Because
and your vibration vibration rises, and then you are at one with your inner being.
It was completely illogical.
Esther's a really reasonable person.
We've offered this to you,
but the way that has unfolded
absolute,
tricked her into believing something that
those
wasn't
were only
even
words.
real. She
They were
could
only
not
words
believe
that don't
she
have
laughed.
any
She said,
true
really, they
meaning,
would have
and
therefore
just
cut it off
there's
and
no
hooked it onto a
true
helicopter and
knowing
hauled it
on
away.
the
That's
part
the
of
only
those
way that
hearing
could have happened.
until
the way I believed
you
it was
have
ridiculous
had the
that I believed
experience
that.
of meditating and
It was
quieting your
ridiculous,
mind
and so
and feeling
there are
the
a lot of
detachment
ridiculous
and
things,
the vibration
that
rising,
you
and
believe
then
that
actually
some of them
felt
didn't even
or
happen to you.
had the
They happened to other
experience
people.
of
Something
but it's
occurring,
circumstantial
you,
evidence.
and
That
so
felt
satisfying
when
as it
you
occurred. And as you
realize
follow
that
the
you do
satisfying
have
trail
beliefs that are not
of
valid.
these
And
thoughts that are
any
coming,
belief that
it
says, I'm not
led
worthy
to the
is one of those
manifestation that you
stupid
want.
beliefs.
Such as in this
Any
case, the
belief that
manifestation
says,
of being in the hospital.
source is going to be mad at me if I
So,
do that.
There's
Since
so
words
much
don't
that you
teach,
believe about
only
yourself
life
and about
experience
others
does,
that
we
prevent
can't
you
give you
from
the knowing. We can only know it
enlightenment.
and offer as many
The way I
examples of
see
it
it
as
is
we
that we
can,
allow our
and have as many
circumstances to define our
conversations where
beliefs.
you feel
That's
energy
exactly
moving.
right, and
In
let's
other words,
talk about
if
why.
we can
That's because,
convince you
those are
that
such good
a
words.
shift
That's
in
the
your
most
vibration
meaningful
will
part of
mean
this
a shift in
conversation
your
that will happen all day
experience.
long.
And if we can
That's
convince
exactly
you
right,
that
because
that doesn't
say
mean
it
getting
again.
others to
We
be
allow
different.
our
It means
circumstances
your
to define our
perception
beliefs.
of
Which
them
means
being different.
what I
your
can see and hear and
perspective of
smell and
them
taste and
being
touch
different
is what I'm
once
using
you are
to make
able
my
to
decisions.
control your
Not
perspective,
what my inner being knows,
then
not what's in
you
my
can
vortex.
control
I'm
your
not under the
relationship
influence
with your
of
inner
broader
being
point
and
of
with all
view.
of these
I'm under the
resources
influence
and
of
with
very
what's in your
narrow
vortex,
point of
and
view.
then
the big
it
question
really
is,
does
am I
begin
under
to
the
feel
influence
like a
of
choice.
love
Everything's
for
a choice.
myself
I am
or
invincible.
not?
Meaning,
Apparently,
I know
Esther
how
is
the
a little
laws
bit
of the
under the
universe
influence
work.
of a little guilt for
I'm
herself.
wise enough to know
She is so
whether it's a satisfying
aware.
feeling or
She's
not.
all the time
I'm wise
trimming her
enough that
tree
if
so
it's
that her
not
neighbors can
satisfying,
see.
I change the
She
thought
really,
when it's
really,
easy
really
to
wants
change.
to be
I
a
don't
good
wait
neighbor.
for the
She's such a good
momentum
neighbor.
of it to get so
She
strong.
spends
I
way
can't
more
change
money
it.
than she should
and
be
so
spending.
I'm in more control, you might say,
cares
of the way
a lot.
I feel.
She cares
so I hang out
way too
in
much
satisfaction more
about
of the
how
time,
she's
and
affecting
life just
others.
gets
That's
better
what's
and
going
better
on
and better and
vibrationally
better
there.
and better
Cares
and
way
better
too
and
much
better.
about that.
That's
to the
how it
point
works.
of believing things that aren't even
Now
true.
state your question to us again if you
all
can.
do.
The one you
And it's
started
because
with.
the others around
How
you,
can everything
many
just
of them
be a
well-meaning,
choice?
have
trained you
to
by
believe
understanding
that
that
you should stand
you
on your
already
head to
chose
please them.
In step one, that's when you get
And
all
you
your
have in many
creating.
ways
You chose
replaced
it.
them
It's
as your
in the
guidance
vortex.
system.
Your inner
So
being
as long
is
as you can
tending
keep them
to it,
happy, then you think you're
cooperative
on stable
components have been
ground.
gathered.
But the thing that's tricky about that is
this
they
the piece
keep
that's
changing,
missing
don't
for
they?
most of you.
Have you ever knocked
Hear this,
yourself
they've not
out
said this
to
in
give
this
somebody
clear way
something that you
before.
thought they wanted, and
Many
then they
humans
evolve
think,
and don't
well,
want
if
that
I'm the
anymore? They
creator
want
of my
something
own
else, and you
experience,
think,
and I want something that I
man,
don't have,
that was
then
a lot
I should
of
be able to just
modification
decide it
of
and
my
boom, there it
personality
should
and
be.
behavior.
And it's still not
Instant
enough.
manifestation.
Now you want
There it
something
should
more
be.
until you
And
get
we say,
twisted in a
you can get to that
pretzel
point, and
as
in
you're
some
trying to
cases
be
you
what
already are.
others think that you
But
need to be. But when you
didn't
discover,
come to
when
just
you remember,
decide and
when you
bam,
realign,
decide
when
and
you
bam,
quiet your
you
mind,
came
when your
to
vibrational
let
frequency
life help
rises
you
to
to
the equivalency
choose
of who you
and to
really
continue
are,
to
and you
amend
remember
and
who you
add to
are,
what you want.
then
To fill in
you
the
are under the
details,
influence of source
experience by
energy,
experience,
and
until
others
you've
around you have the
created
benefit
a really
of that too.
wonderful,
And then
rich,
you stop nitpicking
deep
about what anybody is
relationship
doing,
with
and
life.
you become the true
And then you
uplifter
intended
that you were
to
born
get
be.
into that mode of
Beliefs are powerful
relaxation and
things,
letting
friends.
it in.
But remember,
and
a belief
letting
is
go of
only a thought that you
resistance,
continue to
where
think.
you can
And
then
maybe some of the
receive
beliefs
the
that you continue to
impulses to
think
move in the
just
direction
don't
of it,
apply
because
anymore.
if
You
you weren't
didn't
keeping
come
them
for
active
somebody
right now,
else to
maybe
just
you had a bad
annoy
relationship
you
with your
with
father when you were a
stuff.
kid. You didn't come,
And so
to
you got
just
some vibration
inherit
going
from
about
someone
that. But
else
after
what
a
they
while,
had created.
you weren't
You
together
came
with him,
as
and that
creator.
vibration could have changed
And you
completely
will
in the
never
moment that he
find
was no longer
satisfaction
around you,
without
because its
being the
influence
creator.
certainly wasn't the same.
Which means,
but because you keep talking
I
about
don't
it and
like
telling
that,
the story
and I
about
know
how
I don't
ugly
like
the
it
floor
by the
is,
way I
you
feel.
keep
Well, what is
renewing
it
it
that I
into
do
this
want?
now and this
Well,
now
I
and
do
this
want
now
that,
and this now
but
and
I
this
can't
now.
get that
and right
because
here and now,
I don't
where all
believe
of
that
your
yet.
power
I'm
is.
still over
This
here.
is where you have the
So then
relationship
you've
with
launched it,
everything
and
that
then
you've become.
you begin
What are you
to
doing about your
find
relationship
ways
with everything
of
that you've
letting
become? Are you
yourself be
squandering
more
it
of a
with
match to
beliefs
this
that no
than
longer
this?
apply?
Sometimes it
Or are you
requires not
listening for
thinking
the
about it, 'cause
vibration
every
of your
time you
inner
think
being
about
and
it, you think
feeling
about
for
it
the
in the
vibration
same
of
way
your
that you
inner
used to
being
think about it.
by paying attention and caring about whether this thought is satisfying or not?
We've been telling a story.
Is
Most
this a
of you haven't heard
satisfying
it. Some of you
thought?
have.
This is what we
all
want you
that
to
is
hear.
required.
And then we're going to
And
tell
if
you a
it
story
is,
that's going to make
then
it easier
past
for you to hear.
resistance is not in your
Right
way.
now,
In any
where all
moment
of your
that there is
power
a
is.
satisfying thought, past resistance
could,
is not active,
absolutely,
and therefore is
do
not
just
in your
as you
way.
say.
If you're standing in this
It is so much
satisfied
easier
place
than you
of
have been letting
non-resistance,
it be.
you could
This
choose
is a really
anything,
good time for a segment
and
of
you would
reflection.
begin moving toward it, and you would know. You would know first by the excitement or the exhilaration you feel as you first think about it. And then, if no one talked to you about how hard it is, and you didn't remember